Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Frenchie Friday. How is everyone? Lily is here. Happy Frenchie Friday. Elaine, good morning. Bonjour. Stephanie, good morning. Stella, good morning. Hello, hello. Let's receive this morning. Stacy, good morning. I'm trying to figure out, this is too low. Okay, hold on. Let's just have a Frenchie Friday moment. I love the look of the necklace, landing just so, but that's not so sexy, right? So we need, a piece of tape. Look at that. That is the vibe. No, that's not it. It's not working. We got to shorten the necklace. We're going to button the top. All right. So let's see. So I was sitting here with you all, or before we came on, feeling into Frenchie Friday vibes, resting into whatever it is that Spirit wants to bring forward. Let's start there. Let's start with that receiving beautiful, sensual breath. So one of the reasons that it felt really beautiful to start doing Fridays as Frenchie Fridays, living fully, is because I know so many women love the live energy, but aren't following along inside of ACIM. Maybe you started, maybe it's just not your thing, whatever it is, but you love the live energy. And so coming together for just a short time, or sometimes longer time, depending on what Spirit moves through in the moment, on Fridays to really have that beautiful celebratory receiving pleasure as a priority feeling experience together is why we're here. And sometimes that feeling, that pleasure is rest. It's a different feel. It doesn't always need to be uppity, uppity, uppity. Sometimes it is, and if that expression is what's true and organic, sometimes it's just we need to rest into this. We need to receive this. So I want to start with that. Bettina, good morning. And I'm going to also invite you to really participate this morning. So as I was sitting here and considering what Spirit wanted to bring through today, I had a thought. And I wanted to know, do you want to play? Do you want to play this morning? Or on the replay? You don't have to be here live, but if you are here live, then I'm really going to invite you in. Do you want to play a little bit today? Do you want to play this morning? How would you love to feel when you leave here today? So let's take a moment. Let's move into a sensual breath together. Consider that energy. Allow your Frenchie to come up and meet you this morning. And let's move into that space. I invite you to put your shoulders back. If you would like to stretch a little bit, move your neck. Whatever feels yummy. Whatever feels good in your body. Father, Mother, God, we ask for beauty. We ask for the awareness of beauty because we know that beauty is already here. We ask for the rest, the openness, the space to receive it. We ask that today's Frenchie Friday is so filled with happy surprises in every way. That there is rest, that there is receiving, that there is abundance, that there is expansion, that there is those beautiful, happy surprises that take our breath away. And we ask in this moment to gift ourselves permission to receive all of it without having to prove, without the illusion of suffering, without feeling like we need to manipulate ourselves or turn ourselves inside out or force something, and just allow. So with that, I'm going to invite you to receive a sensual breath. A sensual breath is a very specific breath inside of Elegant Femme, where we connect with every single one of the femme types. So again, if you are new to Elegant Femme, this is your first time hearing about the femme types, if this is your first time inside Frenchie Friday, first of all, please say bonjour so I can see you and love you and celebrate on you, with you. And the femme types, the indie, the Frenchie, and the New Yorker, are the lifestyle. It's the way with which we here at Elegant Femme move through the world. They are the three facets, they're three aspects of every woman. Every woman has the indie, the Frenchie, and the New Yorker. The indie is the part of us that resides, we're going to activate that first, in the power of sensuality, which is like 3 to 4 fingertips below the belly button. That like energy source. Like you might find yourself just putting your hand there throughout the day. Like sometimes when you're just sourcing intuition, just it's a natural space that honors receiving. Our indie connects us with our being. Who are we being? Not who are we becoming. No, that's not the language here. Other places, yes, totally understand the frequency. For us here at Elegant Femme, we are not becoming. We already are that woman, and we are remembering her. Different nuance, yes? One can put us in a state of like, oh, I need to become that. I'm not that yet. I need to become that. What do I need to do to become that? I'm not her yet. I'm becoming her. That works in a lot of personal growth conversations. Here it doesn't. Here it's, I am her. I'm remembering. Who am I allowing myself to be? So that's the indie energy. So as we breathe into our sensual breath, we allow the breath to come in through the nose, go all the way down. I love to envision like a beautiful ribbon. Often for me, my ribbon happens to be red or yellow. So we breathe in, we let that come all the way down until you feel it connect with the power of sensuality. Now, for a lot of women, especially doing this the first few times, they will tell me, Tara, my breath does not go that far. Like I cannot take that deep of a breath. My breath stops here or here or here. And if that's true, I invite you to take note of that, not as something's wrong, as an awareness of how much life force you're allowing yourself to receive. A lot can happen with one breath. A lot. So when I'm coaching women and we're in a private session together and I invite her into a sensual breath, I can immediately tell where she's blocked with her femme types. I can hear it. I can feel it with her. I can see where things are getting stuck inside, where she may be limiting her capacity to receive. And you can begin to do this too, together this morning with me. We're going to play. So you allow the breath to go all the way down. Feel it there. And if we're going to do one breath, we allow it to go all the way down. And then as the breath exhales, as it comes back up, we witness it touch the solar plexus, which is where the Frenchie is, that expansion, and then come up into the heart center, which is where the real New Yorker lies. Now the Frenchie, it's Frenchie Friday. Pleasure, priority, expansion. Can I give myself permission to desire? Desire without guilt, desire without a guarantee, desire without a demand, desire without self-sacrifice, desire without the cycle of overindulgence and deprivation. We talk about this in Live You Fully. We have a program called Live You Fully. If you really want to go all the way, we have a program about this that teaches you how to activate all the femme types across your life and what gets in the way. So feel the Frenchie energy and then into the heart space. The New Yorker. The New Yorker is in your heart, not your head. Let's just pause there for a minute. So if you've had deeper conversations inside of Elegant Femme and you've ever heard me talk about the faux New Yorker, or you've ever heard yourself say like, oh, I really want to move towards that desire, move towards that business idea, move towards that next level of investment, but I'm afraid I'm going to go into faux New Yorker. What you're really saying is I'm afraid I'm going to go into my head and not be grounded, aligned, aware of my heart. But the power is that only you can know that. And you do know that. So you don't need to be afraid. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. That was a lot for an early morning. Yeah, that's a lot in 9 minutes. How are we feeling after 9 minutes of being together? 9 is a special number inside of Elegant Femme. How are we feeling? My coffee. Okay, this is a big mug. Do you know how much coffee is in here? This much coffee. Because Dave blended it in here for me. My little espresso. So cute. Okay, so we're going to start with a sensual breath. Now, because I'm here for me and you happen to be joining, right? You're here for you, I'm here for me. I really like to do 3 sensual breaths in a row. And I was speaking about this yesterday with my Chateau Neuf femmes. We have a Chateau Neuf mastermind, which is like next level co creation, where we're creating quantum leaps, parallel worlds. These women are, I'm so fortunate. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to be walking with these women at this level. And we were talking about the power of the sensual breath. So I wanted to bring it here this morning. I like to do 3 in a row. So you're going to witness me do this. If you've never done this at all, I encourage you to try. No, that's not true. I don't encourage you to try. I encourage you to actually allow it, It can feel like a little bit of a When Harry Met Sally moment, okay? Especially initially. And you might find yourself saying, I'll have what she's having. So are we ready? Do we want to play? Lots of bubbles. Happy, feeling good. Just been in the garden. Excuse me. Just been in this fresh espresso. I haven't had fresh espresso because we're in power now. It's really lighten up my system. Been in the garden picking figs from the tree, figs symbolizing prosperity and abundance. So beautiful. All right, let's do it, Sasha. All right, so I'm going to walk you through it, and I'm really going to invite you to go there. Okay, so there's a difference between like forcing it and contracting, right? So this, again, the sensual breath is like magic. It really is magic. And I invite you, before we begin, to set your intention. What is it that you're intending to receive today? What would you like to leave this call with? For real, pop it in the chat. What is it? What is it? A greater sense of love, a greater sense of trust, greater ability to receive abundance, the awareness of who you are, greater confidence, knowing how beautiful you are. What do you want to receive? Love, right? What do you want to receive? I feel that. My intention is that I allow myself to receive blank and feel it. Let's feel it together. Okay, so with your eyes closed, if you want, you can put a hand on your heart and a hand on your power sensuality. If that feels good to you, this can remind you of the circulation of the breath and also give you some grounding to connect your New Yorker with your indie. Okay, so with eyes closed, again, imagining a ribbon coming in through your nose, traveling all the way down. And there is a difference, isn't there, between taking a breath like this or not breathing at all. Do you know how many women I begin to mentor who say, holy, I've been walking through my life not really breathing, or very shallow, like not breathing, not really breathing, not really receiving life force. So this sensual breath literally will crack things open. Okay, so allowing it to come down as far as you can, not a force, but see if when you feel like you're at your limit, see if you can allow in a tiny bit more air. Once that feels full, you're going to release an sensual exhale. It sounds like about. Doesn't have to sound like mine. The point is, it's enjoyable. It's a sensual exhale. And if you have, at any point in your life, closed your voice, contracted your voice, been afraid of your voice, your power, we're going to share a little caveat here that was shared with me by a doctor. Under a microscope, the cells of the larynx are the same as the vagina. You literally can't tell under a microscope the difference of the cells. So I've been told. This is the only place inside the human body that this happens, male or female. It doesn't happen in males. The connection between your voice and your sensuality is a big deal. So you might feel some, and you might be closed in more than one way. This is an opportunity for you to open, for you to expand your capacity to receive, because we can't receive when we're like this. All right? Are we gonna play? Now you're like, oh, wait, I don't know. Am I still? Look at the necklace is landing now. I like that. Are we gonna play? Now you're like, I don't know what I signed up for. I'm gonna go. You can go if you want, or you can stay. You can play. We're gonna go. Okay. Okay. Just settling in. I'm gonna do 3 in a row. You do whatever feels good. And I invite you, after you're complete, to sit with your eyes closed and receive one normal breath in through your nose and out through your nose, and just be with the moment with your eyes closed. And you might feel your voice opening a bit. Be aware of the sensations with your eyes closed. Does your chest feel different? Does your heart feel different? Do you feel different? When you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. When I allow this practice, this is such a simple practice, such a beautiful way to ignite the live you fully, the living fully frequency inside. I have been known, absolutely, and some of you who have been with me in person can absolutely attest to this. I walk through my life this way. I will be doing a sensual breath inside of the grocery store. Not 3 all the time. Sometimes I just am in a situation and I require one. We've had, events, and we had like the Sola Beauty event that we had in Paris, and then the VIPs came to a very secret location with me. And some of them would say, like, "Oh, Tara, I just heard that. I just heard I just heard a sensual breath." It doesn't mean anything's wrong. It's a recalibration. It's a receiving. It's a let me come back to myself. It can be utilized as an opportunity to enhance your awareness of the moment, right? You've had those moments that are so special. They're so exquisite. They're so like otherworldly that you want to ground and remind yourself this is happening. I'm here. Look around. A sensual breath brings you back to that space. Receiving joy, swaying my hips when I walk. How was that? How was that? Who allowed it, and how was it? And if you didn't allow it, you can just check in with yourself. Like, why not? And it's okay. Like, I was scared. I didn't want to. It felt foreign. I'll do it later on the replay. Haha. See how that felt inside. So, my intention today is to give you some really beautiful, easeful ways with which you can begin living fully. This is one of them. And look, I know it's like so simple, and I also know how easy it is to resist it. Inside of that breath, you begin to recognize, where am I contracted? Where am I afraid to slow down? Where am I not trusting myself? Where am I not trusting my voice? Where am I out of alignment? Where am I telling myself this is too easy? It's not going to have the results that I want. All of this is in this breath. So I'm going to invite you, if you would like, to begin allowing that every morning. Every morning. A lot of you are following along with ACIM. This is something you can easily incorporate into your practice when you wake up. How's that feel? Yes, I allowed it and it felt grounding, peaceful, calm, and I feel confidence. It's a really beautiful thing when a woman allows herself to be heard, isn't it? Heard by herself, not needing to prove something, not I've got to be the girl boss and I've got to stand up at the front of the boardroom and I've got to demand that I am heard. Have you ever felt that way? Right? Like, I've got to put my big girl panties on. I've got to make sure they hear me. Exhausting. Absolutely exhausting. This type of breath allows you to hear yourself and allows you to walk through the world with confidence without needing to say a thing. And people will hear you. They will hear you without you saying a word. They will hear you without you saying a word, because you begin to emanate a frequency and you are hearing you. You are hearing you. This also teaches me something. Yes, I closed the door so my sister couldn't judge. Haha, that's what, yes, of course. I don't want someone else to hear me and think like, what the hell is she doing in there? I get it, right? I totally get it. And also she might be like, what is she doing in there? Like, I'll have what she's having, right? We don't know how people are going to respond, but we're not doing it for them. We're doing it for us. We're doing it for us, right? It feels like caressing my inside with live energy. That's what it feels like to me too. There's like this, and what Stephanie's saying too, like a relief. Like, oh, thank you. Thank you for slowing down and grounding. Now, we know from ACIM, we are not a body. We are free, right? We know that. And because we are currently choosing to utilize our body as a form of communication, we get to direct our body to reflect to us what it is we desire. So when we slow down and we infuse the body with this type of breath, this isn't a random breath. This isn't, right? We go through life that way sometimes. We run, and then it's like, finally. This isn't that. This is a always enough. I remember. I'm allowing, I'm receiving, I'm enjoying. So what I'd like to close with, okay, is, and I brought this up a little bit yesterday, and I thought about it again this morning, to gift you one more really valuable thing, because those of you that are showing up here, you know it's valuable already. And just being here is valuable. And I like to continue that. I've been creating a new FemFlow list for a long time. So this is, so I wanted to share this with you before we go, and allow this level of support. So the FemFlow list. The FemFlow list is something that we here inside of Elegant Femme honor every day. My husband started mimicking me. How did that feel? Was it mimicking you in like a make fun kind of way? Was it he just naturally started doing it because you were doing it? So I've been doing this since for a long time, like a long time, 20 years or something. Yeah. My boys now do it. Not because I taught them, but I did, because they witnessed me doing it. They're also not at all, annoyed by it, afraid by it, embarrassed by it at all. They're like, This is just normal. This is just what my mom does. The other night, actually, I was on the phone with my son. And because because I've intentionally, since they were very, very young, set intentions with them, intentionally set intentions. Like we've moved through, they used to, write stories. They used to when they were little. They have their own processes now in their own ways, but they would do the femme flow list when they were little, which I'm going to share a little bit more about with you. It was more playful. Oh, okay, it was more playful. Okay, it was more playful. So maybe that opened up a beautiful energy between the two of you, right? That's really gorgeous. And the other night on the phone, my son was like, "Mom, I need like a vision. Can you support me?" How freaking cool is that? He's 19 years old. He's 19. He's 19. So the people around you, again, they might do it playfully. They might respond in all sorts of ways. They might be embarrassed. They might question, like, what are you doing? But if you continue to allow yourself to stand in the truth of who you are and move through the world in a way that really serves you, those people around you have an opportunity to respond to themselves that way. That's why, again, like, it's like such an honor. My 19-year-old mom, can you help me with a vision? Like, can we go there together? And he's like, I was thinking about my vision. We still do. But now, again, they're 19 and 22. They write their own visions for school years. They write their own intentions for what it is they desire to experience, right? And then they'll call me. And it was really, really beautiful because I went through a whole, I had an atelier day. I was in the freaking frequency of visioning at a very high level. And he happened to ask me later that day. And I hadn't come fully out of my own orbit yet. And I said a vision. It was like 45 minutes. And he was crying. He's like, "Hey, Mom, you should do that for a living." Like a little joker. Little joker. What an honor, right? What an honor for the people around you to witness you in your truth. Really beautiful. So there was something else there that I was going to say, but I'm not going to because I don't remember what it was. Okay, I want to walk through this together. This is the Femme Flow list. You do this with me as we close. We're going to close with the Femme Flow. So my morning opportunity, not from force, not from practice, not from a have to, not from like a ritual even, or that I need to. It's from joy. It's from expansion. Do who lead us somewhere? Oh, what do you think about dreams? Do they lead us somewhere? Is it just, I don't know. It's a big conversation, it's a big, big conversation. In fact, inside of the Femme Flow list, we have currently like a dream journal place. For me, the biggest way that, without getting into a full context about dreams, I feel like the most powerful thing for us to do if we remember a dream, instead of attaching ourselves to the dream itself, is to just ask ourselves how we really feel. Because we could have a dream where we're being chased, for example. And our mind, when we wake up, we remember being chased. We can interpret it as, oh my gosh, I must have been really scared. Would make sense, right? Logical sense. However, maybe when we connect with how we feel, we realize that we feel free and that we're proud of ourselves and we no longer feel paralyzed, right? As an example. So just dreams quickly, always ask how you feel. How do I really feel when I'm waking up? And then from there, you can take it deeper. And certainly the femme types can support you in unraveling that more. So I want to move through this together. So this is the Femme Flow list. This is the morning and evening practice. You're welcome. This is the morning and evening practice opportunity experience. Really, really beautiful. And my intention is to show you how easy and simple this can be and how it actually changes everything. That's the theme today, if you haven't noticed. Sensual breath 3 times, first thing in the morning. I set my intention. What is it I desire to receive? 3 sensual breaths. Moving right then into the Femme Flow list, the indie. And I'm going to invite you all to do this. Do this in the chat or write it down or both. Okay? You don't need to have a Femme Flow list to do this morning. In fact, we're completely sold out. So you can email info if you want to get on the waiting list, but we're completely sold out. You can join Live You Fully and get the templates. You can join the Femme Flow List Digital and get all the templates and way behind the scenes on how to move through the Femme Flow List if you would like, if you don't have that already. But for today, in that receiving mode, following your intuition, who do I require to be today? You're asking your indie. You're not asking your head, who do I require to be today? So let's ask that question. Let's pause for a moment and let your indie respond. Who do I require to be today? Now, whatever came forward, you write it down. That simple, that easy. It doesn't need to make sense, right? Your indie could say anything. I require to be funny, sexy, faithful, beautiful, anything, true. Okay? I require to be trust, anything, playful. I require to be playful. I require to be sensual, self-loving. I require to be sensual. Okay? So feel that and just feel that in your body for a minute. Letting go of any expectations, letting go of now that you have to delegate yourself to be that. Now you just let it go, right? You allow it. Frenchie, what do I desire to enjoy today? Now, this is your Frenchie. Again, this isn't a delegation list. This is your Frenchie. My thing came up huge right now already before the end of the sentence. I happen to be today going to my first, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is such a Frenchie Friday for me. Going to my first original Turkish hammam. Kind of, that's not really true because there is one very, very special one that happens to be, no one, I know some of you have been there with me, but it's a secret. You can't tell. It's a secret you can't tell. There is a real location that exists that is in the book, The Soul of Beauty. And I happen to be in this beautiful town in Chania. And do I have it in front of me? No, it's somewhere. Where is it? And there are old Turkish baths, like original ones, here in the city. And they have a plaque that says, and it's a quote from someone, I don't remember who he is, that says, no town is complete, no city is complete without a hammam. So today I'm going to my first hammam with like original Turkish baths. I'm so excited. My Frenchie is so excited. So naturally for me, oh, okay. Ah, you're Turkish. You're Turkish. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're on our way to Turkey. We'll be there in like 2 weeks. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I feel the energy around it. Like we walked by it and I was like touching the wall and I was like, oh my God, I want to come here. And it sounds easy, like, well, then just go. But it's like, are we going to be here that long? Is there an appointment? What about a weather window? My son's supposed to come visit us, right? I'm just like touching the wall, like, I want to be here. And they found an appointment for me, and oh my gosh. Wait, did you say Sultan? Where did I see that? Okay, sensual, self-loving Sultan. Yes, that's what you said. And Sultan is your name, isn't it? Where is it? Do you know the treatment I'm getting is the Sultan daughter's wedding treatment or something like that. Like that is I can't find it. I keep looking around. That is the treatment I'm getting today. Sultan's daughter or something like that. Sultan's wedding, something like that. That's pretty amazing. And finally, and it doesn't take this long when we're doing it on our own without Tara Marino's 85 million words in between each question. Okay, I know I talk a lot. This is a gift. So the final in the FemFo is, what is the one thing I require to allow today? So it used to be, what's the one thing I require to do? Now, the allowing still works simultaneously with the doing, but the frequency is different. So how I like to feel it inside, what is the one thing I require to allow myself to do? Now, you can stop with just the allowing. The one thing I require to allow, if you still have any kind of stickiness with doing energy. But once you've really moved out of faux New Yorker, allowing yourself to do is like incredible. It's an incredible feeling. So we end with the New Yorker. What is the one thing? Doesn't mean you will only do one thing today, but what is the one thing? Connect with your New Yorker, because it's typically the one thing you've been putting on the back burner, the one thing that doesn't make any sense. It could be call your mother. It could be follow up with taxes. It could be take a nap. It could be complete one chapter of the Soul of Beauty. It could be recording in session over the Greek seas is studio in session. Could be anything. Okay, so what is the one thing that I require to allow myself to do? And it could not be what you think. Okay, and it's like that. Now, the only other thing, if you have any dreams, you can note them down. But then it's the intention. What is your intention for today, right? So we have this little spot here, okay, where we write our intention. So, my intention is, what is your intention? Okay, amen. And that's it. That's it. So it's beautiful. My daily intention is listening to my inner voice and just, allowing the intention to move you. Does it feel good? Is there emotion in that? Right? So if it does resonate, my intention is to listen to my inner voice with ease, with pleasure, with full trust. Right? Something that really moves you into the frequency. It can be a beautiful enhancement if that feels good. So with that, gorgeous ladies, we are complete. We are complete with our Frenchie Friday. Tell me, how are you feeling as we close? How are you feeling? So, to continue this frequency, like I said earlier, we have the Femme Flawless program, and although we are sold out of the these aren't hard covers, but sold out of the physical version of the Femme Flawless at this point, we do have the program itself, which comes with really beautiful modules to walk you through how to live this way, the activation, the questions I get. There's an advanced training on, there's also like a 14-day support sequence for you, because every time a woman commits to allowing the Femme Flawless for 14 days consecutively, her life changes. So there's a 14-day gift, like support sequence that you will get inside your email. So that's available for you. If you want to take it deeper, live you fully, it's elegantfemme.com/live fully. I don't know if Jaika's here and peeking in. elegantfemme.com/live fully. And of course, how could I not say we are in the middle of the Soul of Beauty audio book opening. So what's really important to me, and if you saw the email from yesterday and you felt this resonance, my husband Dave was like, oh my gosh, I love the subject line of this email. Which that made like, yeah, of course, Dave loves everything. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He will tell me if he really loves someone. Someone. He will tell me if he really loves something, and he will tell me if he doesn't think it's very good. Yes. And he said, I love this. The subject was, she walked straight past the self-help aisle and into her soul. And this is what the Soul of Beauty is about. The essence and the intention is in this book. I thought I was going to write a self-help book. I really did. Like, it makes so much sense. I've been teaching this for 20 years. I'll write a how-to, the power of sensuality, delineate the femme types, the live you fully. Like, that's what I'll write. My soul was like, nope, that's not what's happening. This is not a self-help book. This is magic. This is magic. This is complete, unexplainable magic that we're talking about. It is not self-help at all, not even close. It's us as women gifting ourselves permission to receive at the highest level possible in a way that doesn't make sense to the world at all. At all. That's the soul of beauty. And when you know, you know. As soon as you start connecting with the frequency of the soul of beauty, you feel it. You walk differently in the world, and you can, like, we know each other now. Do you know what I mean? Like, as soon as you know, as soon as you've activated the soul of beauty, you're like, I see you. I know you, right? It's like a secret code around the world. So we opened up the waiting list, and we're having an exquisite secret door opening on Friday. Next Friday, a week from today, on Frenchie Friday, I will be unlocking a very special door inside of that. So I'll give you some updates on that. If you haven't joined the waiting list and you would like to, please know that you're welcome. So we have it all. We have Live You Fully here. So elegantfemme.com/live fully. It's the signature program of Elegant Femme. It's the most comprehensive program we have on living this way. So that's there for you. And then Jaika, if you wouldn't mind dropping the link for the audiobook as well, the wait list. If you're not on it, oh my gosh. We have so many things coming. All right, beauties. I feel so good. I loved that email too. Feel alive, ready to dive into my day. Thank you, Jaika, so much. Starting my day like this feels beautiful. Now it's yoga time and working on my business. Yes, beautiful flow. Indie, Frenchie, New Yorker. And then we unravel New Yorker, Frenchie, Indie. Okay, something beautiful came through my femme flow and I seek to honor it. My intention is to slow down and go deep into my desires. Okay, beautiful, beautiful energy for today. Soft, blessed. I feel so good. Okay, well, let's honor that. Have a beautiful Frenchie Friday. Enjoy. Allow as many sensual breaths as you desire throughout the day. I encourage you to allow this to be a new practice. The world does start to look differently. So if you're here, I love seeing you. If you're on the replay, leave a comment, leave a heart, leave a something, say hello. And if you want to share this, I would love for you to share it. If there's any women that you feel would benefit from this, just push that little arrow. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to do that. That's how you get the notifications of when I'm going live. And because we have something secret coming, I encourage you to subscribe so that you're notified. Okay? Mwah. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Happy Friendship Friday. And I'll see you next week.